Hello and welcome to this channel, folks. In this segment, we're breaking down Russell Wilson signing with the Giants and whether his career has taken a nosedive since he's married Ciara. Let's be real about this. We haven't seen that baller Russell since his early days in Seattle. In Denver, it was a straight-up disaster. And now you're telling me he's going to the Giants, an already dysfunctional team. Now, could he have a good year because now he has the offensive coach? I believe he could have a better year than he had last year. But this is about his leadership, about respect in the locker room, because so many people perceive Russell Wilson as being a soft, corny, and perception matters, folks. Okay, perceptions matter. Today, these young men are raised, it's more important to have swagger than to be a family man. Now, to some of them, Russell is corny. Here's the reason why I don't consider him corny, but a lot of people do consider him corny. I think it's like based on a stereotype. You know, like if a black man carries himself well, speaks well, doesn't fit a stereotype, that's what happened.
I enough to bring my mom last year, and this year I get to bring the most genuine woman in the world that I know. So to have her here is very special.
And we all know this is a real thing in the black community. Black men who try to present themselves respectable often get the side eye. You know this, folks. This idea tied to something called respectability politics, where some people believe when you act proper is seen as distancing yourself from the community, trying to be something you're not. And that's what I like about Russell. People don't understand. He's not corny. This is his personality. Now, does it look corny to some people looking out? It does look corny.
Mr. Unlimited. Yeah, you gotta be unlimited. You know, you gotta have a thought process of being unlimited.
It's like they making him out to be a goody two-shoe. And you know, in football, or especially in man circles, people don't like that. But my point of it is, I've always felt like people should give Russell the benefit of the doubt because the man grew up with a good father. They tried to elevate his life. Okay, folks? They tried to elevate his life. And we know he didn't change before Ciara or after. But the reason why when he married Ciara, other players looked at him because were they jealous because she's a good-looking woman? Who knows if they were jealous because she's a good-looking woman. But what happened was he got labeled as a simp. And you know you can't be labeled as a simp and lead a team. I'm the type of person, I don't see him as one of those simps. He's just a regular dude who found the person that he loves. And so no matter what her background is, as long as she's treating him right, it doesn't matter. It brings us to a real question, man. It comes down to this. Is this because it's a football locker room? Would this be different if it was a basketball locker room? You know what I mean? Because football is a violent, cutthroat sport. And quarterbacks, They have to command the locker room. Okay? And let's be real. When he was in Seattle, Richard Sherman, Marshawn Lynch, both of them. Richard Sherman's from Compton, Marshawn Lynch is from Oakland. So they probably they hinted at stuff and they just seemed like he was some different, like he was a different type of brother, but he wasn't, man. This is his personality, folks. And I love it because I like to see diversity in our community. I used to listen to rap, folks. I used to listen to hip hop, right? I don't listen to hip hop anymore. And it wasn't because it's thug music. When I listened to rap, I didn't mind NWA. But when NWA was out, we had X-Clan. We had the Poor Righteous Teachers. It was balanced. And that's what I like to see. And then they just pushed all the socially conscious rap out and pushed all the thug music to the forefront. And this is what's happening in this situation. They want everybody, if you don't have tattoos, if you don't have cornrows, you don't have dreadlocks, you don't do all that, all of a sudden you corny. Okay, y'all grown men, man. This is grown men. Let everybody exist. Russell Wilson is not being phony, folks. He's not being phony. This is him. I think some of y'all, here's the phony people, folks. Let me tell y'all who's phony. All you dudes out there that got the tattoos on your faces and trying to be a thug when you wasn't no fucking thug. You was a nerd just like me. You wasn't no thug because let me tell you something. I used to go to my community and I had family who lived in LA and I used to go visit them all the time. And I remember I would come back, all of a sudden one of my buddies that I grew up with who was nerdy like me, all of a sudden now he got his khakis on, his Pendleton on, his cornrows on. I said, hey man, why you hard now? Oh, man, you don't know what it's like to grow up around here. Man, you were just crying last summer because someone stole your marbles. Okay? And now you a thug? Now you hard? Yeah. Folks, we got to stop this madness. Y'all know we do. All this thug mentality, where has it gotten us? Now, if this mentality, if we got good results from it, more power to it. But we haven't got good results from this mentality. We need to stop this madness.